it's Sarah, and we're doing an advice video, as you guys know, because we asked questions from you guys. Some was a fail, because some of you thought it was a Q&A, but no, we're actually asking for advice that has nothing to do with One Direction or Larry, because I'm assuming that you guys have a life outside of One Direction and Larry.
And I'm assuming not.
So we have a total of 7 questions. By the way, I have a selfie stick right now.
A selfie dick.
Yeah, a selfie dick. What do you do when you know your friends are using you, but you're too scared to speak out?
First of all, they're not. You can't call them friends if they're using you. Completely. That's just out of the question. If you know that they're using you and you're scared about it, that's not friendship. A friend doesn't make you feel scared about what they're doing to you. They know they're taking advantage of you. Disown them. Like, get that out of your mind. Like, I'm not saying that to be mean, but like, get it out of your mind that they're your friend. Because a friend help you. Even when they make fun of you, they understand that that was bad and they say, I'm sorry for it.
And plus, you also mentioned at the end of your question how you were too scared to speak out. Yeah. And usually when you have a friend, you're not supposed to be intimidated by what they might do or what they might say. So the fact that you feel scared to even voice an opinion of how they're treating you, there's some fear in that, and that shouldn't be present in a friendship. So I really think that there's something going on with the friendship you have, and it doesn't even sound like a friendship.
My friendship with Sarah, like if I tell her, if I'm getting on your nerves, straight up tell me.
Yeah, so if your friends are even using you in the first place, just, I know it sounds hard, but really, new friends. I don't know what grade you're in. I don't know if you're just gonna go to college next year, because you probably won't even see any of these people in your future life. And we can say that from experience because we're now in college with new people.
Yeah, you will never see those person again. So just continue to walk forward and start a new life with meeting new people that you feel comfortable with.
And I would say try to talk to them and tell them how you feel, because you should be honest in a friendship. But if they totally disregard your feelings, even if you're honest, really cut them out of your life because you don't need them. So first, try to talk to them about it.
And if you have a problem, just give me your address. I'll be there to fuck them up personally. So.
The next one says, what do you do when questioning your sexuality?
Are you questioning that are you still straight, or are you questioning are you still gay? That's the questions that I need to know in order to answer it. But I think in general, if you're questioning your sexuality, that means you want to try something new. You don't feel that you're attracted to whatever gender you're attracted to. Talk to a person out like you like or have a crush on to see. You don't have to do anything intimate. Just be ready to have a conversation to see if you have fun with them.
Don't feel like you're weird or anything for questioning your sexuality. It's totally normal. And if you think you're the only one, you're not. There's so many people who question themselves inwardly, and you won't even know that they're questioning it. So everybody experiences some questioning in their life, and it's totally normal. Don't let anyone tell you it's not normal. And I can speak from experience. Like, I was 15 in 9th grade, I was questioning it, and then I realized I was pansexual.
Well, anyways, everyone has their gay moment in your life. Did you like your gay moment, or did you not?
Yeah.
It always starts with that.
And here's the thing, don't think about it as a black and white issue. The world is not black and white. Like, when you're talking about gender or sexuality, it's a spectrum, it's a continuum. So think about it as a gray area. You don't have to know if you're gay or bi or straight or pan. Like, there's so many labels, and don't feel like you have to label yourself yet. I don't know how old you are, but some people don't even know what they are until like they're 20 something. So please do not stress on a label. You don't even need one. Live life. It's not even that important. This next one says, so I never had a boyfriend and I'm 18. I know. That's quite embarrassing. And there's this guy at my new work, and he's been working here for years, and I think he's like 26, and I'm really into him. And we've talked once, and I think we always smile at each other when we see each other. But I don't know. I kind of feel ashamed of being so young and having zero experience in boys. So I don't know if I should go talk to him or hang out. I don't know.
You should definitely know for sure if he's taken or if he's single, because you don't want to like really like this person and then end up like knowing that he isn't already in a relationship. So I feel like you should be able to just talk to him, and it's completely fine you never had a boyfriend. You're gonna put your guard up wherever it's not needed. So it's completely normal since you never had a boyfriend. So I feel like you should just talk to that person. Just start off with talking. It doesn't have to really go anywhere. But know that there might be a chance that they're taking or not. It might work out or it might not.
And I think before you start actually having a relationship, what I've noticed by what you said is you feel ashamed of the thought of never having a boyfriend. And you feel like that is somehow bad. I say before you even start thinking about relationships or anything like that, you need to love yourself and be confident with who you are first before you start going into loving somebody else. You have to figure out your stuff first and who you are, what everything, before you start going after somebody else, because it sounds like you're still questioning things, and it sounds like a lack of confidence because you just feel ashamed, like, oh, I should have a boyfriend by now.
You should literally just say, so the fuck what, I never had a boyfriend. I am completely happy of who I am, and if I meet someone, then good. If I don't, I know there's someone out there. That's what you need to put in the mindset is that.
Yeah, and it's okay if you're young and have zero experience. Like some people, when they're 27, they broke up with somebody and they're now single again. It's a constant process of finding someone. And then now you're lonely and then you're with somebody else. And it's okay to be single. And in this society, I think people pressure people too much that a relationship is something you need, which is not true at all. And just the fact that you said that you guys are smiling at each other, like I think it could work. Like just have a positive mindset, and I don't see why it couldn't work.
And start off as friends if you feel uncomfortable.
This person says, I need to write an essay about something that's on my mind, but the only thing that comes to my mind is 1D and Larry. Help me. I can totally relate to this because I'm a Larry girl. Whenever I want to do my homework, I'm always thinking about One Direction or Larry. It's always in my mind, and I'm just like, it'd be so much easier if I could just write about the boys and not about this stupid stuff. But if your teacher's asking you to write what's on your mind, and if that's the topic, if One Direction's on your mind, why can't you write about that?
If you just continue talking about that, have you even done it before? That's my question. If you talked about Larry before, then don't do it. But if you have not, say what you have to say your views on it and why you love that, why you feel like you love the Larry relationship so much, why every time every fan looks at it, they just like want to see them together. What is the particular reason why people love seeing relationships? You can discuss that. Yeah,
like kind of like what Annie's saying is you should put like a spin on it. Like instead of just talking about Larry and One Direction, like in general, you should like go off on a different tangent with it. Like with relationships or people's obsessions with boy bands, how fame can influence like teenage girls. Like, and relate it to your own experiences as well. So maybe like do have like a creative spin on it that can make it interesting for people who might not even be fans of the band.
For me, if I knew I was gonna talk about Larry, I would talk definitely about you guys, y'all crazy fans. How
we can talk about YouTube.
Yeah. You can talk about the proof. You can talk about why you think people should believe in it. All that. You just don't have to talk necessarily just about Larry. You could talk about the whole band too.
This one says how to get over a boy band member who doesn't know who you are. Like Niall. P.S. You guys are so dope. Oh, thank you.
I am not this bitch though. She's on the dope. But when you say that, you should come into the mindset that they can't meet everyone. If they could sit down and meet everyone, I'm sure they would, but you have to know that they're celebrities. They can't just sit down for hours trying to get to know everyone. You may meet them one day, but they can be busy. They can have their own problems that they can't just sit down and say, you want to have dinner.
I've gone through this too, because since I love One Direction, sometimes I'm always thinking about, it's so weird. We know everything about the boys, every single thing, and we love them. They know we exist. So don't think that they don't know. Like they know us as fans as a whole exist, but when you think about that, like they don't know who I am as an individual, but they know we exist as a whole group of fans. So even though they don't know you personally out there, they know that they have the support, and just that I think is cool, that they know that we're part of that fan base.
And I feel like the only way you're gonna meet Niall is if you ambush that nigga wherever he at.
Yeah.
You tackle his ass down and tie him up. Well, I'm not trying to be kinky, but I'm just saying.
I think Niall would be into that.
Damn.
Yeah. Ooh.
I can't think about that. I'm taking. My bad. My bad. I slipped up for a second.
Just focus on reality. It can be really hard, but realistically speaking, you're not going to be going out to dinner with them. They're not going to be knowing you personally. Like everything that we know about them, they're not going to know that about us.
It's like 1 in 5 people get to meet their celebrity and talk with them, but they're not going to really get to talk to them. They always end up getting so in shock that they ask the wrong questions at the wrong time.
So all you can do is love and support them because they know that we support them and love them.
Don't try to be a crazy fan looking for their like Twitter and try to DM them, because they're not gonna see that with all those fans.
I feel like a lot of girls kind of feel sad when they think about this stuff. It's because maybe they feel lonely themselves. I think if you spend time with your friends, or if you have a significant other, maybe that feeling of needing a celebrity in your life will diminish.
Write about it. Like, what would happen if you did meet them? Like,
be creative with it. If you know realistically it might not happen, but you can always like write about it, because there's no wrong in doing that, because that is possible. This one says, my friends don't like me because I ship Larry. Any advice? But I totally relate to this. Like, I have so many friends who really don't like One Direction. They hate when I talk about it.
Bitch, I know you didn't just throw shade.
And I will admit, it sucks when you have friends who don't have common interests with you. Like, you feel like you can't talk about what you're passionate about with them, especially if they won't listen.
I understand how you feel because you don't have that one person that just open to listen and hear what you have to say. But with me and Sarah, when she talks about it, I let her talk about it and I give her my opinions, but I don't like completely bash her about it.
But also she mentions my friends don't like me because I ship Larry. So she's not just saying they don't ship Larry, but they're still friends. She's saying that they don't even like me almost like as a person because I ship Larry. And that's totally different because I have friends that don't ship Larry, but we're still friends. But you're kind of saying that they just don't like you.
They could go suck a fucking dick. Like, what?
Yeah, what the fuck?
That doesn't basically change anybody's personality.
That almost sounds like they're homophobic. And I'm not saying if you don't ship Larry, you're homophobic. That's not true at all. But it's almost like saying, you ship two guys together who I don't even like. I don't like you. Like, that's just really odd.
It'll be okay if they joking with it. But if they really don't honestly like you for it, that's the most stupidest thing I ever heard.
Again, as we told the other girl, really new friends. So don't worry about them. Keep shipping Larry if you believe it. Like, Larry makes me happy, and if it makes you happy, why change who you are to impress other people? You don't need to do that. And the last one says, can you give me some advice on how to start a YouTube channel and any ideas for the first video?
See how you like it, if you can be funny with it, if you can have your own ideas. You will have fans who are not, like, people who dislike you or like have some hateful comments. Don't give a fuck what people say. If you don't give a fuck what people say, you just do it to do it, you'll be a confident person to start a YouTube channel. Yeah,
that's what I was gonna say. Before you do YouTube, one, make sure you have a passion for whatever you're doing. Like, you have to show your viewers that you actually like what you're doing. It's important when you do a video that you look like you're enjoying it, like you're happy. And two, you have to be okay with yourself before you do it. If you're someone who knows that they're gonna be really sad about criticism and stuff like that, you just have to totally get that out of your mind and brush that off before you do a video, because there is a lot of criticism in comments. And it's just something that you kind of become numb to as you keep doing YouTube. And three, I would say try to be original. I know YouTube these days, everyone seems to be doing the same thing, like vlogging or whatever, but really try to figure out something that would make you stand out or seem funny or whatever. Maybe if you have like a talent and interest.
You can probably talk about what's going on now, not like the whole Larry thing. Anything that you can have really a passion talking about for like a long time, but not necessarily really long.
Yeah.
And you can make funny, like talk about like Kim Kardashian, because I really want to talk about that.
Here's what I say, whatever is on your mind, whatever is just flooding your mind, put it on camera. Even if you don't think it's great at the end, at least you recorded it, you can look back on it. I'm sure someone could relate to it.
And if you make the first video, I'll watch it. Just DM
when you
Sarah.
make your first video, link it to us in the DM so it's like private, and we'll like it. Maybe we'll subscribe just to help you out.
We'll give you even advice of where you should like ease up a little bit.
So we'll help you out and stuff, and to boost your confidence and all that. So that's all the questions we had for today. Thank you guys, and we loved giving this advice. So if you guys want to send more in the future, we would like to do a second advice video.
Remember the fanfic, guys? Like Brotherhood of the Traveling. Somebody said dildo. What the fuck did that come from?
It was dicks.
But I said dicks. Put your hearing aid up.
Yeah.
I said dicks. But anyway, but the dildo was really funny. I want to see that fanfic. Link it to Sarah and her DM Twitter so I can read it. And it doesn't have to be really long. You can write like a short paragraph if you want to, if you feel comfortable. Stop aiming at my boobs. You're gonna make fans like obsess over them. Stop it.
I mean, what's interesting about my boobs?
I don't know. Let's see.
Nothing.
Let's see.
Nothing. I have none. Bye. Bye.